Hello everyone, welcome to Me Live Studies. In today's video, we are going to solve a bit tricky and easy problem as part of SQL interview preparation, and that's been regularly asked in data engineer and data analyst interviews. That you can see here, that is question number 7, written employee details who earns higher salary than the average salary of all managers in the organization. Actually, interviewers are not asking this question directly. This is a counter question for this question. You can see here in star mark, this is the question that most of interviewers asking in data analyst and data engineer interviews, right? That is written employee details who earn higher salary than their manager's salary. Okay, and it is given employee details. You can see here we have employee ID, employee name, manager ID, and salary. And we need to return, first we need to solve this problem. And again, if a candidate solve this problem, the interviewer is going to ask a counter question like this. Okay. Now we will solve first question, that is written employee details who earn higher salary than the manager salary. How can you solve this problem? See, we have employee details and we have their respective manager's ID, right? These managers also employees to this particular organization. So these managers ID also employee ID only. Okay. But if you see for employee ID 1, manager ID, his manager is 2. I mean this 2 is also employee ID. Okay, now how can you consider for employee ID 1 who's manager employee ID 2? So he is the manager for employee ID 1. For employee ID 2 who's manager, that is 5. See 5. Okay, likewise these manager IDs also employee IDs because of all managers are as also employees to that particular organization. Now how can you solve this one? We will solve this by using joins. Okay, and this is only one table, so we will join by itself. So we will use self join. Okay, how can you join it? See, we have employee details, employee name, manager ID, and salary. Now this is manager ID, and that can be also treated as employee ID. Now we need to return, this is just salary of employees. Now we need to return one more column as manager salary. Like as per second one, this is this salary is employee ID 1 salary. Now we need to return one more column as manager salary, that is this one. I mean respect to this ID, we need to return that particular salary. Okay. Now what is the employee ID 2? That is 2. We need to return here as this salary. I mean 2 salary, that is 20,000. We need to return here. Likewise for 5, who is 5? That is dash. His salary is 97,000. So in the second row, I mean for employee ID 2, we need to return manager salary as fifth salary, that is 97,000. Okay, how can we extract this one? I mean assume this as one table, and I'm going to assign, I'm going to take one more table as E1. Okay, and this is E, and same table I'm considering as E1. So I'm going to join on the basis of this manager ID with this employee ID, and I'm extracting the salary of this one. Okay, let's see that. Selecting all details from employee and also only salary from another table. I'm considering this as manager salary from employee E. Join on the basis of another table, that is employee only. I'm referring this as E1. On which condition? In the first table it should be manager ID is equals to employee ID, so that this will be joined with this row. So you will be returning whatever column are, that means this column you are returning. Okay, now another column will be written as this row's value, that is 20,000 will be written here. Okay, on which condition? That is E dot mgr ID is equals to E1 dot employee ID. Okay, see, we are extracting all details from employee table, and also we are extracting one more column as E1 dot salary, this as manager salary. Okay, now you can see here. See, for employee ID 4, manager is 1. Okay, this salary is employee is 4 salary. For 4, who is manager 1? So we need to return manager salary as one employee is 1's salary. So this salary is 25,000. Now you can see here 25,000. For 1, who is manager for 1? That is 2. We need to return as 2 salary as manager salary. So what is the amount? That is 2 is 20,000. Now you can see here 20,000. Likewise, you can see for any value. I mean for any employee. For 6 is the only, he himself is a manager, so it is returning the same value. For 8, who is manager for 8? That is 5th. Okay, what is the 5th salary? That is 97, this is 97,000. Okay. Likewise, we extracted their manager salary. This is employee salary and their respective manager salary. This one. Now, what's the question? Question asking return employee details who earns higher salary than their manager salary. Now, select star from. I need to return only e dot star, or else I'll return all. From this table. Okay, I'm aliasing this as a, where a dot salary is greater than a dot manager salary. Okay, what this means? This means you're going to extract employee details whose earning salary is greater than their manager salary. Okay, now what are the values that you can expect? See, or else we'll see here only. Now you can see here what are the values that you can expect. Salary 20,000 is not greater than 25,000. Yes, it is greater than. So you will get employee ID 1, and this is also right. So employee ID 7, 1 and 7 and 5 also. And okay, now you will get 175 only. Okay, now we'll see. I mean, those employees are having or any higher salary than their, see, managers salary. Okay, now you can see here these are the employees who earns higher salary than their manager salary. Okay, this is a very easiest question, but you should understand interviewers are going to ask counter question for this one. Okay, that is seventh question. Written employee details who earns higher salary than average salary of all managers in the organization. Okay, for example, consider 10 employees in an organization and 3 to 4, for example, 4 managers in that particular organization. Now you need to find out employee details of those 10 employee details who earns higher salary than the average salary of all managers in that particular organization. Now we need to find the average salary of those 4 managers. So, and then we need to find who is getting higher salary than that particular average value, right? Now we'll see that. Now before getting to that, we'll see all details from employee table, from employee. Now you can see here we have 8 employees and their respective managers are also there. See, for 3 there is no manager. Okay, and you can see here how many managers are there: 2, 5, 1, 3 and 6, and these are 2 are repeated. I mean, we have total of 5 different managers IDs, right? So for 8 employees we have 5 managers. Okay, now we need to find the average salary of these 5 managers and we need to compare with each employee, right? See, this is salary of each employee. Now we need to find their manager's salary as e dot salary. That's we solved before. Likewise, we'll join employee e1 on, what is the condition? E dot mgr id is equals to e1 dot employee id. Now we are going to extract one more column, that is as manager salary. Okay, now if you extract this, execute this one, now you can see here. See, for 3 there is no employee ID 3, right? So we need to return that details also. I mean, for 3 there is no manager, so it is not returning 3 value. So if you use left join, it will be returning third employee also. Okay, now you can see for 3 you are getting 3, that is 45,000. You can see here. Likewise, we are extracted the same thing that we extracted for this problem, so that's why I'm just skipping the explanation. Okay, now you need to find out the average salary of these all managers. So in order to find out the average value, you could not solve or you cannot use average of manager salary, because of here we have repetitions. I mean, a single manager have for multiple employees. So you cannot use average of manager salary. That will return wrong values. So you need to find out the distinct managers, right? So how can we do that? We can solve this by using window functions, right? By assigning that as row number so that we will easily find out. Okay, we'll see that. We'll write a row number and we'll use overclass. In overclass, what we should write, we need to find which manager is working for multiple employees as manager. Okay, for that I'm going to use a partition by, and partition by what, manager id. Okay, and we need to order by employee id. Okay, I'll use here also EDAT. Okay, now you can see here, and I'll return this as RN row number. Now you can see, if you execute this one, you can see here this is manager ID. There is no manager ID, so even though that will return as 1. Now for 1, it will 1. Now for 2, it is 1. For the same manager working for another employee, then it will returning as 2 times. I mean, this manager 2 working as manager for 2 people. Likewise, you can see here 1 and 2. Now for 3, I mean, employee manager 3 is working for only 1 employee. Now 5 is working for 2 employees. So that is why it is returning as 2. So we need to see, for 6 it is a 1, so that's why it is returning 1. We need to find out the average value of manager salary where where we should not consider the duplications, right? So we need to consider only the average salary where rank is equals to 1. So that's where you need to use this row number. Okay, sorry, not rank. Now we will see, select average of manager salary from this one. I mean, I'm using subqueries A, I'm aliasing it as A, where A dot Rn is equals to 1. Now, if you see, if you execute this one, you are going to find out the average of managers, and we are not allowing the duplications, right? Okay. Now you can see here, this is the value. Okay. You can see here, this is the average value for all managers who are working, right? Now we'll return this as managers average salary. Okay, now if you execute this one, you can see this is the we have 5 managers, and among 5 managers, I mean, this is the average of those 5 managers salary, right? Now we need to extract employee details from employee table where those particular salaries of employees is greater than this manager's average salary. Select star from employee where salary is greater than this value. Okay, I'm just going to alias this as B. Now you can see here, we are extracting employee details. You can see here, we have 3 employees are having higher salary than the average salary of their managers. I mean, managers in organization. Okay, what is the average salary? That is average salary of all managers, that is 43,000 something, is there, right? Now you can see, if you execute this one, you can see here 43,400. Okay, now we'll see what is the average value by calculating. Now you can see here, these are the salaries of employees. Now we need to return all employees managers salary as well. Now you can see here, these are the manager salary. Now if you calculate average value for manager 1 25,000, manager 2 20,000, that is 25 plus 20, that is 45,000. Now again 2 is working as manager for another employee, so you should not consider this employee again. So we are going to skip this one. Okay, now for 3, that is 45,000. Now you see 25 20 45 45 plus 45 90,000. Okay, next one 5. Okay, this is 97,000. 90 plus 97,000, 1 lakh 87, sorry, 1 lakh 87,000. Okay, now the same manager working for another employee, so you should not calculate this one, you should skip this one. Now for next one, that is 30,000. Now what is the amount? 1 lakh 87 plus 30,000, total of 2 lakh 17,000. Now how many are there? 1 1 2 3 4 and 5. There are 5 managers, their total salary is 2 lakh 17,000 by 5. How much? 2 lakh 17,000, that is 5 divided by 5, 40,000, and we have 17,000, so it will be 3,000, and next it will be 400, right? So totally 43,000 400, right? This is the average salary. Now that is what you are getting it, right? That's what you are getting it. 43,400, yeah, exactly. Now we are going to find out finding employees who are earning their salary is greater than this 43,400. Okay, now you can see here these are the employees who earns higher salary than the average salary of all managers salary. Now if you see, these are 3 employees. Now in organization we have total of 8 employees, right? Now if you use less than, I mean these are the employees, I think 5 employees. Okay, these are the employees who earns less salary than the average salary of all managers salary. Okay, I hope this is understandable, right? And this type of counter questions will be asked in recent interviews. Okay, and you should be prepared for that as well. Okay, I hope you understand this one, and thanks for watching.